Ever thought your packing game was so foolproof only to find airport security pulling you aside? Don't worry, you're definitely not the only one. Even experienced travelers over 65 often pack items that used to be perfectly fine but are now totally outdated. In this video, we're revealing the surprising items that no longer belong in your bag, from old gadgets to harmless travel habits that can actually delay your flight. Get ready for smart, practical tips to help you pack lighter, fly smoother, and stay stress-free from check-in to touchdown. Stick around till the end, the last one shocks everyone. 8. That old power bank could cost you your flight. Still carrying around that chunky old power bank from years ago? Time to let it go, seriously. Many travelers over 65 get stopped at airport security because their power banks are too old to meet current safety standards. Anything over 2 years old, especially without built-in temperature regulation or safety certification, can raise red flags. You know why? Because outdated lithium batteries can overheat, swell, or even catch fire under cabin pressure, and airlines don't take that risk lightly. Security officers can confiscate your old power bank, and in some cases it can even delay or cancel your flight while they check it for safety compliance. The smart move? Update to a newer model that's registered with the manufacturer and clearly labeled with capacity details, MAH. Look for models with overcharge protection and temperature sensors. They're lighter, safer, and charge faster too. So before you pack your bag, take one last look at that old power bank. If it's been through too many trips or doesn't show its power rating clearly, it's not worth the trouble. 7. Your protein powder isn't welcome past security. Think that big tub of protein powder and supplement mix is harmless? Airport security doesn't agree. Any powdered substance over 12 ounces or 350 milliliters in your carry-on can land you in a slow, awkward screening process. Or worse, straight to the confiscation bin. Yep, even if it's your daily health shake or grandma's secret chai blend. Here's why. Powders can look suspicious under X-ray scanners, and TSA officers have to verify that they're not explosives or restricted materials. That means extra screening, chemical swabs, or a full bag inspection. And trust me, nobody wants to unpack their neatly rolled clothes at the checkpoint. If you really need your supplements, pack only what you use during the flight in a smaller, clearly labeled container. The rest? Toss it in your checked luggage. Better yet, buy it at your destination. Most airports and hotels now stock travel-size nutrition packs. So, before you walk through security holding your giant whey protein jar like a trophy, remember, powders and planes don't mix. 6. Your water bottle could be the reason you miss your flight. We all know that hydration is key, especially when flying. But here's the catch. If you stroll up to airport security with your reusable water bottle already filled, you're setting yourself up for a mini disaster. Security officers don't care if it's just a few sips left. Any liquid over 100 milliliters, 3.4 ounces, is a big no-go. You'll be asked to dump it out, go back, or have your bag pulled aside for extra screening. That can easily cost you 10 to 15 minutes, or your flight if the line's too long. And yes, this happens all the time, even to frequent flyers. Know what's the solution? Keep your water bottle empty until you've cleared security. Once you're past the checkpoint, fill it up at the hydration station or water fountain. Many airports now have bottle refill spots with filtered water, so you can stay eco-friendly and hassle-free. Reusable bottles are fantastic for travel. They save money, reduce plastic waste, and keep you refreshed mid-air. But filled bottles before security? That's just turbulence waiting to happen. So next time, travel smart, empty first, refill later, and breeze through security like a pro. 5. That fancy bottle could ground you at security. Planning to surprise someone with a full bottle of whiskey or wine from home? You might want to think again. Airport security has become much stricter about alcohol, especially when it comes to full-size bottles in your carry-on. Anything over 100 milliliters, 3.4 ounces, is automatically restricted, and officers will confiscate it without a second thought. But I bought it duty-free. Not so fast. Even duty-free liquor has limits depending on your destination or connecting flights. If you're transferring through another airport, those sealed bags don't always stay duty-free safe. Some countries only allow you to carry alcohol if it's under 70% alcohol by volume and still sealed with a visible receipt. To stay out of trouble, keep full bottles and checked luggage tightly packed and well protected. If you're buying at the airport, make sure you're purchasing after your final security check, and always check import limits for your arrival country. Because let's be honest, having your expensive bottle of scotch tossed in the trash right before boarding is a heartbreak no traveler deserves. 4. Still clutching that paper boarding pass? Here's why it might not work anymore. Ever showed up at the airport proudly holding your printed boarding pass only to realize that everyone else is tapping their phones? Yeah, that's the new normal. More and more airlines are moving toward digital-only boarding passes, and relying on paper could actually slow you down or even stop you at the gate. Some airports now use automated scanners and app-based systems that don't recognize older-style printouts. If your QR code smudges, your ink fades, or you printed last night's version after a gate change, you're suddenly that person frantically scrolling through emails while lines pile up behind you. The fix is simple. Download your airline's app or take a clear screenshot of your digital boarding pass before arriving. That way, even if Wi-Fi fails or your email glitches, your pass is ready to scan. For extra safety, keep your ID handy. Many airports now allow facial recognition boarding, and that tech doesn't love paper either. So ditch the printout nostalgia. Travel has gone digital and your phone is now your golden ticket. 3. Still traveling in those old comfy shoes? They might trip you up. Be honest, are those travel shoes more vintage than reliable? It's easy to cling to that one comfy pair you've worn for years, but when you're over 65, old shoes can become airport hazards. Polished airport floors, slick escalators, and long terminals can turn worn-out soles into slip-and-slide traps. One wrong step and suddenly you're making an unplanned stop at the airport clinic. Shoes that have lost their arch support or grip not only increase the risk of slipping but also strain your knees and lower back, the last thing you need before a long flight. And let's not even try to talk about rushing to your gate in floppy, stretched-out footwear. Before your next trip, check your shoes for cracks, smooth soles, or loose insoles. If they fail the test, upgrade to slip-resistant travel shoes with proper cushioning and arch support. Lightweight walking sneakers or orthopedic travel loafers are great choices, comfortable enough for airport marathons and sturdy enough for sudden dashes. 2. If you have to sit on your suitcase to close it, you're doing it wrong. We've all been there wrestling with a suitcase that refuses to zip, praying that the seams don't pop. But here's the thing, an overstuffed bag isn't just a packing fail, it's a travel hazard. Cramming too much inside can cause zippers to break mid-journey, handles to snap, and wheels to collapse right when you need them most. Not exactly the ground entrance you had in mind, right? Overfilled bags also raise red flags at security. TSA officers often pull them aside for extra screening because bulging luggage looks suspicious on scanners. That means more delays, unpacking chaos, and possibly repacking your entire life in front of a line of impatient travelers. And let's not forget about your back and shoulders. Lugging an overloaded suitcase or a carry-on can easily cause a muscle strain or joint pain, especially during long layovers. So how do we fix this? Pack smarter, not heavier. Use compression bags or packing cubes to save space, and bring only what you actually use. If you're debating whether to take that third pair of just-in-case shoes, you probably don't need them. 1. Bringing your coffee maker on the plane? Think again. We get it. Nothing beats your own cup of coffee or cozy heating pad on the road. But packing large electronics or small appliances like coffee makers, mini toasters, or even travel irons in your carry-on? That's a fast track to security confusion. These gadgets are often restricted because of their size, heating elements, or internal batteries, which can trigger extra screening or outright confusion. Security officers may ask you to unpack or power them on to prove they're safe, slowing you down. Plus, devices with heating coils or complex wiring look suspicious on X-ray scans, especially if they're bulky or poorly packed. If you're carrying medical devices, such as a CPAP machine or portable oxygen concentrator, that's a different story. But you'll still need to check airline policies in advance and carry proper documentation. Bottom line, the plane isn't your kitchen or spa. Leave the appliances at home and look for travel-sized alternatives, like USB-powered mini gadgets or airport lounge amenities. Drop a comment below and share the outdated travel items you've been guilty of packing. We've all done it, and we'd love to hear your stories and your own smart packing tips. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss another helpful travel guide. Together we can help seniors travel smarter, pack lighter, and enjoy smoother, stress-free journeys every single time they fly.